Taylor Parker along with us, Concept by Iowa Hearing Centers, multiple locations across the state, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Good to see you, my friend. Good morning.
Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm doing excellent.
What's keeping you busy these last few days and weeks and months?
Helping people hear. That's what our job is. Every single day is to, it's to, be on shows like this to talk about health. And, a lot of individuals want to put hearing loss as this thing over on the side that I'll do at some point in life. Yeah. That as I get older, I'll lose my hearing and then I'll have to do something.
Cross that bridge when you get to it.
But everybody has a definition of what old is. We had a woman that was 94 years old and she didn't want to be like the old people. So, it's that thing where we just really need to understand that our body is connected, our body is one, it works in concert, and something that affects one thing can definitely affect another.
Yeah, let's talk about the hearing. Obviously, you've heard balance if you don't have good hearing, or maybe you've got an inner ear infection, but let's go deeper than that.
Yeah.
Hearing loss and dementia and brain health.
Yeah, to understand really how hearing works is to understand that our ears just collect the sound. The process that goes from our outer ear to our brain, where our brain actually processes that information. The number one type of hearing loss is noise-induced.
Okay.
And noise-induced can happen any given time. If you're a construction worker, contractor, listen to AirPods, any kind of noise over 85 decibels can be damage the tiny little nerves that are inside our cochlea, which send that signal to the brain. Well, if our brain doesn't get a full signal, the brain then has to do something. It has to pull resources from somewhere else.
Okay.
It pulls resources from cognitive being the first area, and then balance and gait being the second one. So cognitive being how we understand, how we interpret, how we get about, all parts of our given day. So our brain is what processes everything that goes on in our body. Hearing is no different. So our brain is what processes that information, and if we're not treating our hearing loss, it's pulling from cognitive, which leads to dementia. So an untreated hearing loss, you're 2 to 5 times more likely to develop dementia. Even with a mild untreated hearing loss, you're twice as likely to develop dementia.
And this isn't something that's limited, as you just said, to somebody who's in their advanced years. It could be people in their 20s and 30s. It could be people in their 40s.
Hearing loss happens when it happens. If you're around noise, and we're talking 85 decibels and above, around noise for 8 hours a day or less, depending upon, as you go from 85 decibels, every 3 decibels you increase, it cuts the time in half.
Okay.
So you get to 88 decibels, you're already down to 4 hours. By the time you get to 100, you're down to less than 30 minutes.
Wow.
So it doesn't take long, but if you're around those, elements all day, every day, the damage happens. And it's not like it happens and then, when I turn 65, I have to go get Social Security, and now I have to go get hearing aids. It happens at that given time. So it's something that we really have to be understanding about.
We're looking at some file video. There are different hearing aids and ways to help. Give me the first step. How do you deal with this? And then let's talk about, what can help.
Yeah, so the first step is actually just to, if you think you have a hearing loss, been around, noise exposure, as we age as well, or live with someone or have a loved one you think doesn't hear very well, first thing you should do is give us a call, get that free hearing screening set up to find out what's going on. Is it, is it wax? Is it hearing loss? What is it? We'll at least be able to start, do the hearing test, find out what's going on. But then the most important part after that is then if we make a recommendation to take that step forward and actually do something about it and treat it. It's with anything in our life, calling the doctor is the first step.
Yeah.
But then following the recommendation from the doctor is the critical part. Hardest thing people do is give us a call. That's the hardest, one of the hardest things they'll do. Second is then take the recommendation we give and take that step.
And technology has changed, we should mention, too. No longer is it you're wearing these, they're hidden. No, you can't even see them now.
Smallest we've, ever had, which, like everything in life, is going that way as well. They're all Bluetooth, so they can connect to any Bluetooth technology. It's like wearing AirPods. You're just wearing hearing devices that are programmed for your loss that will help you, but you don't have to wear multiple devices. It'll do that. They connect to your television. Anything that has an audio out, you can connect as long as it's got Bluetooth. So it's amazing technology.
Best way to get a hold of you?
Go to our website, iowahearing.com. You can book your appointment right there or call the 800 number that's right there on that screen. Give us a call and get that free hearing screening set up.
Locations throughout Iowa, north, south, east, and west.
That's right. You've got 6 locations within 45 minutes of here in Cedar Rapids, 1 here locally.
There you go.